In our previous session, we have created a MySQL database. Then we created a large language model. We integrated the large language model with a MySQL database. It was a hard way. We created several functions, we created several codes, and it was a lengthy procedure. Then we performed certain SQL queries and we got the desired answer. We have a component called agents. By calling the agents, we don't need to define all the Python functions and complex methods. It would be straightforward. The agent knows what to be done. All we need is to define a context. So based on the context, agent will frame the necessary SQL queries and it will initialize the tool calling functionality and will provide us the desired result. So we are going to discuss about an agent-based MySQL database querying mechanism. This is Melvin Satishan here. Let's move on to the video. Thank you. We have restarted our Python notebook and executed all the commands from LangChain community dot agent toolkits import SQL database toolkit. That is the first one. From LangChain core dot messages import system message. Perfect. So we have all our LLM in place and the rest of the things, let it be as it is, and we are executing it everywhere once. Well, we have received the final result. Perfect. Now toolkit tool underscore kit equal to SQL database toolkit, and here we have to provide db equal to db and LLM equal to LLM. Okay, so we have initialized the toolkit. Now tools equal to toolkit dot get tools. Let's understand that what are all their tools, and if you look at it, it's clearly mentioned that input to this tool is a detailed and correct SQL query. Output is a result from the database. If the query is not correct, an error will be returned. Okay, if an error is returned, rewrite the query, check the query and try again. If you encountered an issue with unknown column xxx in field list, use SQL schema to query that create table. So those guidelines are clearly provided here, so that based on these guidelines our large language model will react it. Now one more thing we need to see here, SQL query checker. Perfect. And we have here the LLM Chatolama and anything else specifically do we need to mention here? No. Dialect query, partial variables, template. Okay, so we have the necessary things here. Now we have to define guidelines. Guidelines is going to be you are an agent designed to interact with the user queries, or you're an agent designed to interact with the database for user queries. That makes much more meaningful, right? Given an input questions, create a syntactically correct SQL query to run. Okay, Then look at the result of the query. Look at the result of the query and return the answer. Okay, you can order the result based on a particular column value. Okay, let's break it into small chunks so that it will be easy to understand. Then here and here. Okay, what else do we need to define? Never query all the columns from a specific table. Columns from a specific table. Adjust the query according to the user requirement. What else can we say? We should say that you have access to the below mentioned tools, so the database is capable enough to execute the tools. That much only needed. But however, let's say that do not perform any DML, delete, drop, insert, update, modify operations in the database. Now it will be much more safer. Always validate the schema before we execute the query. So our guidelines are ready. Let's say system underscore message equal to system message, and here we have to define guidelines. So our guidelines are ready for system message. Next, let's import one more thing. Human messages are needed, right? From LangChain dot message, LangChain dot or underscore core dot messages, import human message. That's needed. Next is from langgraph dot prebuilt, import create React agent. These two additional modules are needed. Now agent executor equal to create React agent, and here we have to define few parameters. LLM we have already, then tools we need to provide, state modifier equal to, we will define the state modifier equal to guidelines. And what else do we need? Debug equal to false. Okay, our agent executor is ready. Now question equal to how many incidents are in network. Here we have our question, and it's the time to execute our agent. For agent executor dot invoke, and here we have to define our input parameter. It's going to be messages, and we should wrap it up with a human message, and the content is going to be our question. Okay, so let's see what would be the result. For agent executor dot stream, this time we are going to stream it, and here we will go for messages, and the value is going to be human message, and content is equal to question. Okay, and once we did this, print for element in, print elements, so that the for loop will be nice. So it is one by one printing agent, message, additional queries. So there are 5 incidents in the network table. So we have received the final response here. So this way we can call the function using agent. That's it for now, and we will see in the next lecture. Thank you so much for your time, and wishing you a great rest of the day. Melvin's Official is signing off.